Hey, Rhonda Denet here. One of the things that I do as a professional performer is perform at weddings or sing at weddings. And there have been some interesting choices over the years for songs for the first dance, for the bride and groom, the mother-son dance, the father-daughter dance. And I'm always reticent to think about the lyrics because as a performer, I am a storyteller. And I pay attention very much to the lyrics and the story that I'm telling and make sure that part of my delivery as a performer is that, telling the story. So some of the choices that I've gotten over the years that I've kind of counseled a little bit about are songs like I'll Be Around by the Spinners. This is our fork in the road, love's last episode, there's nowhere to go. So, I don't know that I would want to start the next chapter of my life with talking about love's last episode and being a fork in the road. And the song goes on to talk about whenever you want me, I'll be there, but I'm going to be there because we're not together anymore. So, I don't know. The other song that was asked, that have been requested a lot, used to be, it's not as much anymore, a song by Vesta called Congratulations. Now I'm not taking nothing from Vesta because the girl could sing. She could sing. Congratulations, I thought it would have been me standing there with you. Congratulations, I hope you're happy for as long as I can breathe. You'll always be the one for me. I think one of the reasons that that song became a big hit for her was because the desperation came across. And so I'm always mindful of the fact that the story is about you standing at the altar with somebody other than me. So the other song that I get requested a lot, especially now, because it's a beautiful lyric, it's a beautiful melody, is I Wish You Love, a jazz standard that's been recorded by many a famous jazz singer. And when someone asks for it, I always cue them to the words of the bridge. My breaking heart and I agree that you and I will never be, but with my best, my very best, I set you free. I don't know that I would want that to start the next chapter in my life. So those are interesting tunes, stuff for you to think about. One other thing that has happened, especially this summer, where we had interesting songs to introduce the wedding party to. One song was Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard. Now, growing up a child of the 80s, I love that tune. You know, you got the hard rocking guitar. So the band that I'm singing with, they're playing that and everybody's into it. And we're like, pour some sugar on me. And then I have to say, and introducing the mother and father of the bride, Mr. and Mrs. James Johnson. And they're like walking in like, okay, pour some sugar on me. Oh, all right. You know, they're older folk and they're kind of like, they don't know whether they want to dance, whether they just want to run to the table and sit down or what's going on. And then we had another interesting tune that was Talk Dirty to Me, which takes it to another level. You know, we're talking about behind the bushes, behind the old man's store, baby, talk dirty to and I'm like, oh, and the father and mother-in-law, the father and stepmother of the groom, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. And, you know, they're like, okay, talk dirty to me. You know, what am I supposed to do with that? They're coming from a generation where you didn't talk about things like that. You know, you barely kissed at the ceremony. So it just takes it to another level. And what's interesting as a performer is we stand there looking at everyone's faces. You know, we're seeing what the reactions are to the choices that the bride and groom have made, because sometimes they haven't told anyone anybody what the intro song's going to be, or maybe if they have, it's been the younger people in the wedding party. So for all the older people that are sitting out there, the people that are walking in, their mind is being blown. So it's interesting to see what their reactions are. And a whole lot of stuff happens around being the point of view of the band, a whole lot of stuff. So that's not something I can go into today because that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother episode. And I hope that you'll come back and we'll talk about that. But until then, please remember bliss in your heart and giving bliss to everyone else. Be blissful. This is Rhonda Denet. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.